Hello everyone and welcome. Today, we are embarking on a really exciting journey into the world of artificial intelligence and 3D modeling. If you have ever dreamt of creating your own 3D characters or assets for a game but felt intimidated by complex software, then this is for you. We are going to explore how you can turn a simple text prompt, just a few words, or even a single image into a fully fledged 3D model. This technology is changing the way we create, making it more accessible than ever before. It is a fantastic starting point for absolute beginners, but it also offers powerful tools for seasoned developers looking to speed up their workflow. This tutorial is designed for a wide range of people. Perhaps you are a gamer who wants to see your own ideas come to life. Maybe you are an artist or a hobbyist curious about the latest creative tools. Or you could be an indie game developer searching for ways to produce assets more efficiently. We will cover the entire process from the ground up, ensuring that everyone can follow along regardless of their previous experience. The goal is to demystify AI-powered 3D creation and show you a practical path to making your own game-ready models, all using free tools that are available to you right now. We will structure this guide into two distinct parts to make it as helpful as possible. The first part is aimed squarely at beginners. We will walk through the easiest and most direct methods to generate, texture, and even rig a 3D model. I will explain all the technical terms as we go, so you will not feel lost. The second part is for those who want to dive a bit deeper. It is tailored for aspiring and professional game developers. We will discuss more advanced topics like refining your models, processing them in batches, and optimizing them for real-time performance in game engines like Unity or Unreal. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a solid understanding of how to leverage AI to create 3D assets. You will have a clear, step-by-step workflow that you can adapt for your own projects. Think of this as a new powerful tool in your creative toolkit. It is not here to replace traditional 3D modeling skills, but to complement them, opening up new possibilities for rapid prototyping and ideation. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get started on creating some amazing 3D models together. It is going to be a lot of fun. Welcome to the first part of our tutorial. This section is all about getting you started with AI 3D model generation in the simplest way possible. We are going to focus on the core steps, creating a model from a text prompt, adding color and detail through texturing, and preparing it for animation with a process called rigging. We will be using free web-based tools that do not require any installation, so you can jump right in and start creating within minutes. The aim here is to build your confidence and show you just how straightforward this process can be. You will be amazed at what you can achieve with just a few clicks. Before we dive in, let's quickly go over what you can expect. I will guide you through each stage, step by step. We will start with a simple idea like a small friendly robot and use an AI tool to generate the initial 3D shape. This shape is called a mesh, which is essentially the digital sculpture of our object made up of points, lines, and faces. Once we have our mesh, we will move on to texturing, which is like painting our sculpture. Finally, we will use an automated tool to add a digital skeleton, a process known as rigging, which will allow our model to be posed and animated. The beauty of this beginner-friendly approach is its accessibility. You do not need a powerful computer or expensive software. Everything we do in this part can be done in your web browser. This lowers the barrier to entry significantly, allowing anyone with an internet connection to experiment with 3D creation. Think of it as a creative playground. You can try out dozens of ideas quickly without committing hours to a single model. It is the perfect way to explore your imagination and learn the fundamental concepts of 3D asset creation in a pressure-free environment. Throughout this section, my goal is to make sure you understand both the how and the why. I will define key terms as they appear and explain the purpose of each step in the workflow. We will keep things factual and direct, focusing on the instructions you need to succeed. By following along, you will not only create your first AI-generated 3D model, but also gain a foundational knowledge that you can build upon later. So let's get ready to turn your words into a three-dimensional reality. It's easier than you think. Our first practical step is to generate the 3D model itself. For this, we will use a free browser-based AI tool like CSM.ai or Meshy.ai. These platforms are designed to be incredibly user-friendly. When you arrive on their website, you will typically find a simple interface with a text box. This is where the magic begins. Your task is to write a descriptive prompt. For our example, we will use a cute cartoon treasure chest wooden with gold trim. The more descriptive your prompt, the better the AI can interpret your vision. Think about the style, materials, and key features you want to see in your model. Once you have typed in your prompt, you simply click the generate button. The AI will then get to work. This process might take a few minutes as the system interprets your text and constructs the 3D mesh. What is happening behind the scenes is quite complex. The AI is referencing a vast data set of images and 3D models to understand the concepts in your prompt and then building a geometric shape that matches your description. When it is finished, you will be presented with a preview of your 3D model. You can rotate and zoom in on it right there in your browser to inspect it from all angles. Now let's talk about the result. The initial model might not be perfect, and that is completely normal. AI generation is often a starting point. You might notice some areas are a bit rough or that some details are not exactly as you imagined. Most of these tools offer some basic refinement options or the ability to generate new variations based on the same prompt. For this beginner stage, we will focus on getting a result that is good enough to proceed with. Once you are happy with the basic shape, you will look for a download or export button. You will want to save the model in a common format like FBX or OBJ. These file formats, OBJ and FBX, are standard in the 3D industry, which means they can be opened by almost any 3D software. This is crucial for the next steps of our process. So, to recap this stage, you visit an AI generator website, write a clear text prompt, generate the model, and then export the resulting mesh as an OBJ or FBX file. You have now successfully created a 3D model from nothing but words. Take a moment to appreciate that. It is a remarkable piece of technology. Now, with our model file saved, we are ready to give it some color and personality. With our 3D mesh saved, the next step is to add color and surface detail. This is called texturing. An untextured model is like a blank sculpture, but texturing gives it life. For this, we can often use the same AI platform that generated the mesh, as many offer a text-to-texture feature. You would upload your model and then provide another text prompt, this time describing the surface. For our treasure chest, a prompt like old weathered wood, cracked paint, rusty iron hinges, polished gold trim would work well. The AI analyzes this prompt and generates an image map called a texture, which it then wraps around your 3D model. Alternatively, if the generator does not have a texturing feature, we can use a separate free tool. Once the texture is applied, you will see your model transform. The plain gray mesh will now look like it is made of actual wood and metal. This process creates what are known as materials, which tell a game engine or renderer how the surface should look, how shiny it is, how rough it is, and what color it is. After texturing, you will again download your model. This time, make sure you get the texture files as well, which are usually saved as PNG or JPG images alongside your FBX or OBJ file. Now for the final step in our beginner's workflow, rigging. Rigging is the process of creating an internal skeleton or rig for a 3D model. This skeleton allows us to pose and animate the model, much like the bones in our own bodies. For a character, this would mean creating bones for the arms, legs, and head. For our treasure chest, we might just want a simple rig to make the lid open and close. The easiest way to do this is with a free online auto-rigging tool like Mixamo. It is an incredibly powerful service that automates this complex task. To use an auto-rigger, you simply upload your 3D model file, the FBX you downloaded. The tool will analyze the model's shape and automatically place a skeleton inside it. You might need to place a few markers to help it identify key points like the chin, wrists and knees on a character or the hinge point on our chest. Once you confirm the marker placement, the service processes the model and provides you with a fully rigged version, ready for animation. You can even apply pre-made animations from its library to test it out. Download this final rigged FBX file and you are done. You have now gone from a text prompt to a textured, rigged and animation-ready 3D model. Welcome to the second part of our guide. This section is for those of you who are comfortable with the basics and want to take your AI-generated assets to the next level. While the web-based tools are fantastic for rapid prototyping and generating initial ideas, professional game development demands more control, efficiency, and optimization. Here, we will transition from purely online tools to incorporating free desktop software into our workflow. This will give us the power to refine, clean up, and prepare our models to be high-performing, reliable assets within a game engine. Our focus will shift from simple generation to a more robust production pipeline. We will mention tools that are industry standards, many of which are free and open source. The goal is not just to create a single model, but to build a sustainable workflow that allows you to leverage AI as a consistent and reliable part of your asset creation pipeline. This is where AI moves from being a novelty to a serious tool for productivity for any game developer, from solo indies to larger teams. Imagine a world where your 3D models aren't static objects, but living systems that adapt and grow as your project evolves. Today, free image generators like Stable Diffusion 1.5 and newer versions are transforming 3D workflows. With these tools, you can generate high-quality images for concept art, textures, or even as references for 3D modeling, quickly and with impressive detail. Pinocchio.ai acts as a hub, making it easy to install and run free desktop AI models, including Stable Diffusion, right on your computer. No complicated setup, just pick your model and start creating. To iterate on humanoid models, start with a single posed image. Use Stable Diffusion's prompt system to balance between your original source and a new look, controlling how much of the pose, style, or features are transferred. Some apps even let you edit specific parts of the image, giving you precise creative control. Stable Diffusion 1.5 stands out for its speed and quality, letting you experiment and refine images in seconds. You can also merge different models to create custom versions tailored to your project's needs. Once you have your images, bring them into Tripo 3D Studio for retopology. This tool helps you reduce vertices and optimize your models for games or animation, while also letting you apply new textures generated from text or images. In Tripo 3D, you can create and rig a humanoid model directly. The free version lets you experiment with rigging, though downloading rigged models may require a paid upgrade. For free auto-rigging and animations, Mixamo is a great option. Just upload your model, add the required markers, and Mixamo will generate a rig and animations you can export for use in Unreal Engine or other platforms. If you need to process many models at once, batch processing is available in paid versions of these tools, perfect for 3D print shops or large asset libraries. By combining free AI image generators, easy installation with Pinocchio.ai, and powerful 3D tools like Tripo 3D and Mixamo, you can rapidly create, iterate, and optimize game-ready models, no matter your experience level. Embrace these new workflows to unlock faster, smarter, and more creative 3D modeling. Your next project is only a prompt away. In the next chapter, we'll see how to bring these dynamic assets into your game engine, ensuring they remain flexible and performant from concept to launch. In this video, we took you on a journey from the basics of 3D modeling all the way to creating game-ready assets. We explored how to turn simple text prompts into detailed 3D models, covered essential modeling techniques, and showed you how to optimize your creations for real-time performance. You learned how to streamline geometry, manage textures efficiently, and prepare your models for seamless integration into engines like Unity and Unreal. We also shared practical troubleshooting tips and best practices for exporting, rigging, and testing your assets. If you want to dive deeper, be sure to check out the related article linked below for more detailed explanations and extra resources. Don't forget to participate in our poll on the YouTube site to vote for your favorite 3D model from this tutorial. And if you'd like to experiment with the models yourself, you can download all the assets featured in this video using the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and happy modeling! Today, you haven't just learned how to make 3D models, you've become part of a creative revolution. AI is rapidly transforming the landscape, making it possible for anyone, anywhere to bring their wildest ideas to life with unprecedented speed and freedom. The future of 3D modeling is collaborative, intuitive, and limitless. Imagine sculpting worlds in real time with friends across the globe, or using AI to generate entire environments from a single sentence. Soon we'll see tools that blur the line between imagination and reality, where you can paint, animate, and even code with nothing but your voice or a gesture. As virtual and augmented reality become mainstream, your creations could power the next generation of immersive games, digital art galleries, or even virtual classrooms. But the real magic? It's in the community. The future belongs to those who share, collaborate, and inspire each other to reach new heights. I challenge you, don't just follow trends, set them. Experiment with new workflows, combine AI with traditional artistry, and never stop exploring. Stay curious about emerging tech like neural rendering, procedural generation, and real-time collaboration platforms. They're reshaping what's possible every day. In upcoming videos, I'll dive into these cutting-edge trends, showcase the latest tools, and spotlight creators who are redefining the field. Make sure you're part of this journey. Subscribe, join our vibrant Discord, and share your breakthroughs. Your work could inspire the next wave of innovation. And don't forget, every masterpiece starts with a single experiment. Embrace the unknown, celebrate your progress, and let your imagination lead the way. Thank you for being bold, creative, and unstoppable. The future of 3D modeling is in your hands. Go out there and shape it. I can't wait to see the worlds you'll build. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries and keep creating.